Hi there, welcome back to James and James Podcast, and today we got the results of the WWE Wrestlemania, and we're going to talk about everything that happened in the matches.
All right, so first let's start off with WrestleMania Night 1, the beginning, where it was Becky G who performed, right?
Yeah, yes she did.
I thought that was actually pretty good. I don't know about you.
No, it was a really good performance with her.
She did not disappoint.
I was kind of skeptical about it, but man, when she came in, she started singing lightly. She did good.
Yeah.
I was very impressed on that one. So that was good.
So she did a very good job. But then after that, we had the video promo with Kevin Hart, which is kind of weird.
Yeah. I would have think he would have been there, maybe talking about it at the stage. But yeah, it was a good promo. I mean, it was different, but yeah.
Because I don't think that should have been Kevin Hart, to be honest. That should have been The Miz because he's a host.
Yeah, but it's Hollywood, so they want more celebrities, the A-listers. So I'm sure that's what they were going for, was exactly that.
Well, and then I don't think nothing else happened after that. But let's go to John Cena versus Austin Theory.
All right. Well, before we do that, what did you think about that stage?
I was an amazing stage.
Yeah, it was.
Like Hollywood.
It was nice. It was a big stage. It was huge.
Even Triple H was saying how he was mind blown by it.
Yeah, and then even the steps going down, and they had those the fireworks or the pyrotech layout there.
Yeah,
it was nice.
And the fireworks were actually on the steps too.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, so to me, it was nice. This is probably one of the best stages.
From the front to the side of it has like the big posters.
Yeah,
of the wrestlers. Even on top of it, we had the WrestleMania word.
Yep,
the lights.
That global thing, whatever, the Globotron, that was nice. But that belongs to the stadium, of course. But that was a nice the Globotron there. All right, but yes, Austin Theory and John Cena.
So I thought this match was great. Austin Theory got the win. But I think this match kind of sees him as more like a superstar now. I think it's more serious. Probably going for a little push in the company by beating John Cena himself.
Yep, I got to agree with you on that. Yeah, that's exactly what I saw. And back in the 90s, that's what they would do. Well, not 90s, the early 2000s, they would do that. They would wrestle like a middle wrestler to a new wrestler would wrestle this big name. And then the big name will come out the next day and say, oh, he was the best. He really fought me good. You could tell he's good work ethic and all that. And to me, that's what I felt what was going on. They were trying to pump up Austin Theory for the next big wrestler. And he did do a good job. I thought it was good. John Cena did do a lot of moves on him. But at the end, Austin Theory was the one who won.
But let's not forget, Theory did top out and was into the STF.
Yes, he did, but how many other wrestlers have done something like that?
Yeah,
and they still went on to be great.
There is no ref active in the ring.
He tapped out, but the ref wasn't alert. He wasn't there, so it doesn't matter.
He still got the win.
He got the win. The ref has to be alert and right there, and he has to be the one to do the 1, 2, 3. If the ref is not looking, because a lot of times, especially with the one with Dominic Mysterio in there, what's that group called again?
The Judgment Day?
Judgment Day. God, I had it right there. Okay, the Judgment Day. That's what they're known for. They distract the ref, and then what happens? They get the win. That's exactly what happened. He wasn't distracted. He got pushed or whatever. But I still think Austin Theory, even though he tapped out, it didn't count. So
true. It's kind of what the Bloodline does too, kind of distracts the ref or gets the win too.
Oh, God, yes, all the time. And the Usos are notorious for that. All right, so who was the next match?
I believe it was a 4-way between, Bronson Ricochet and the Street Profits, Alpha Academy, and the Viking Raiders.
You know what? I just thought about something. Who was your pick on the first match with John Cena and Austin Theory?
Theory.
I had the same one. All right, so we're both good. All right. Now, this next match with the 4-way, who was your pick again?
The Street Profits.
Mine's too.
Yeah, we all have the same pick.
Yeah, and that one, it was good. That was a good 4-way tag team match.
Yeah, we saw a lot of action there, especially Montez Ford doing the high shooting star press.
Yeah, Montez Ford really impressed me. And I think I told you that during the fight. Like, this guy is really going to be a big star. The way he's going, the way he's putting some body mass, some body muscle on him, he's really going to be a big star with that. That I could see is going to happen.
Yeah, plus, I think he should go into a singles career, solo career.
Yeah, I'm sure he will eventually, because you know how a lot of these tag team matches, tag teams, they end up doing good and then they separate.
Yeah, because especially with the Street Profits too, they might separate in the future, because they are a big tag team right now, a big fan favorite.
Yeah, and I've been a fan of theirs when they were fighting the Usos, and I thought they were going to win the belts, but they didn't win.
Yeah, before there was rumors about how they're going to split.
But see, to me this should have been a match, which I said it before, that the winner would have came out with the tag team champions, and they should have got tag team champions. But of course, the Usos need to have all the belts, the bloodlines for all the storylines. So
yeah, I am glad they lost the titles though.
Wait, I thought you were gonna pick Rick. Oh no, you didn't. I was gonna say Braun Strowman and Ricochet. No. So who did you think was I know the Street Profits won, but who was the more dominant? You probably thought in this ring.
Probably Braun Strowman, Ricochet, or the Alpha Academy. Because, Alpha Academy, Sean Gable was actually pretty funny in that match also.
Yeah, I love those guys. Those guys are funny, especially that promo, that commercial they had.
Yeah, that was
he's all crying. All right, so what do you got next?
So next we got Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins. Now, these entrances were actually pretty cool. You got Logan Paul coming out with a zip line. When he first on the stage, got lifted up to the air.
Yes.
And zip line down to the ramp, which is pretty cool. Then Seth Rollins had this big choir orchestra thing, singing this song. That was pretty cool also.
Yeah, I wasn't too thrilled about the zip line. To me, I was kind of, yes, it's cool. He went on the air. Kind of generic though, but I've seen that lots of times. But Seth Rollins, the orchestra, I thought that was neat because he was able to start his entrance, and then of course the crowd goes with his whoa, whatever it is, and to me it was a good walkout.
Yeah, and to me, I think Seth Rollins really needed that win though. If he didn't get that win, I feel like things would went way different for him in his career. Because fans are saying how if Seth loses, it makes something's happening to his career. If he loses, probably go down a list or something.
Yeah, and I think Logan Paul did good in this match. I think he had a lot of wrestling moves, and he did a lot of flips and whatever he did, and I think he fought well in this match.
Yeah, because Logan Paul keeps improving every match. He gets better and better. He's still in his rookie years or matches. I think that was the end to his rookie matches, which is great.
Yeah, when I saw him with his match, like you said, he's improving all the time. I was skeptical about Logan Paul coming in, but man, he's really putting in the time. He's putting in the hustle, and he's training. So, and you could tell because it's paying off right now, whatever he's doing. Kind of, I think I mentioned this to you last time, maybe not, that how Ronda Rousey came in, right? And she was already known for MMA, and she looked so rough. So rough on the edges, very tight, wasn't able to do any, wrestling moves. And I think even she came in, she went out to practice more. She came in, practiced out, and to see her on the Wrestlemania was so simple. I think she still has a lot to catch up on.
Plus, I don't think she has some potential. She does have some potential in there. If they would push her more.
Yes, I understand she got pregnant, she had a kid and all that, but you still got to put in the work, and I really don't see the work.
I mean, with Maurice, when she had a kid a few years back, she went back to wrestling right away. Got training in, working out and everything, and she had a match.
Yeah, there you go.
But I mean, remember that KSI, the Prime model?
Yes.
Yeah, what's it called? Frog splashed on.
And you were telling me, it's going to be that guy in there, right?
Yeah, that was right.
It was him.
Because they are co-founders, or co-CEOs, remember?
Yeah, so that was pretty neat.
So next we had Becky Lynch with Trish Stratus and Lita versus Damage Control. So that match was easy to predict. I feel like Lita and them were gonna win, and they did. We didn't see a bunch of moves from Lita. We kind of did though. But Damage Control did put a fight in there. I'm glad that Lita won, and it's all kind of career go to Backlash too.
Yeah, on this one I got the pick wrong because I thought they were going to lose their belts, and they end up winning their belts. But we both got Seth Rollins right on the previous one.
Yes.
But this one I thought that Damage Control was going to win.
Yeah, so I'm really glad they won, which is Lita. Because now this goes into a storyline about what's on the Backlash because they're like their next opponent for the titles too. So that was actually pretty good. They won.
Now, what was it? Trish Stratus wasn't there a lot, wasn't it? She kept getting beat up a lot.
Yes.
During the match, so she was the one. Lita came out a couple of times. She was in and out real quick, except at the end where she was trying to do her moves, but very slow, very rough.
Yeah, we didn't see too much of her.
No.
Both Lita and Trish.
Well, Lita, yeah, we did because she was the one taking all the damage.
Oh yeah, that is true. Taking a bullet for her team.
Yeah, and then of course Lita wasn't doing too much, and then when she did, she would go slow. I'm like, hurry up! In her mind, she's probably going fast, but in reality, I'm like, man, this is slow. And the girls are waiting for her. Go ahead and hit me. Go ahead and flip me. They're waiting for her. I'm like, and there she goes. I mean, I liked her as a wrestler when she first started. I remember she first started with the other guy, some luchador or something that came from Mexico, and then boop, I don't see him no more. The guy just left. But I mean, I've been a fan of her since then. But man, she has slowed. I understand she's older, but she has slowed down a lot.
Yeah.
But they won. Was it Bailey and Damage Control? They weren't able to do it.
Bailey, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky, put a good fight, but they didn't win in the end.
Nope. All right, next we had Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio, and this is one match that you were really wanting to see
for months now.
Yeah,
since about September.
And I think I got the pick right on this one. Oh no,
you picked Dom.
I picked Dominic Mysterio, and he didn't win. I'm like, what? Wait, what happened? What?
So the thing with this, I had a very good thought on, or an opinion on the entrance. Dominic had this entrance with the cops with his gimmick.
Oh yes. When he came out, like he was a prisoner. Oh, because he said he's been in prison before, which was like a day or something. Half a day. Maybe not even the whole day. But now he's this prison guy, and they showed him from prison, right? Mm-hmm. And they put him in the van. I'm like, oh my God, this guy is just really running with this. And then they bring him in, right?
Yeah. So they like kind of like a Goldberg kind of entrance when they walk into the ring, all cops side by side, like security.
Oh yeah, that's right. They had him there like he was a prisoner, and they were just releasing him to the stage.
Then we had Ray with the.
He had the
Eddie Guerrero.
Start with Ray had the.
Ray had the
Eddie Guerrero song, right?
Now, see, the thing is, I feel like.
But who did he come out with?
Snoop Dogg.
Riding a convertible. Lowrider convertible. Was it convertible? Yeah.
I don't know.
I think so.
I don't know about this one.
I don't know. I already forgot. But I think it was convertible. Usually they are. And it was pretty nice. I like them coming out like that and bring back old times. And he was doing his whatever stuff.
I thought it was pretty cool. But I feel like that should have been Dominic Mysterio's entrance. Can you imagine how much a reaction the crowd would? That would be the cherry on top with that rivalry.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be so great how it was Dominic Mysterio's entrance. Not with Snoop Dogg, but with the music and the lowrider, that would be perfect.
Yep. Yeah, but it was pretty good. I mean, I was kind of surprised that Dominic didn't do it and Ray was doing it, but I guess because it was Ray's buddy, so he's the one who came out with that.
Yeah, that's true.
It was nice either way. Either way, it was nice.
But I mean, we had Ray spank Dominic Mysterio with a belt.
Yeah, during the ring, I didn't realize Ray was wearing a belt. And I think he threw Dominic to the corner, right? And he last in.
He was banging. He was kind of bent over into the middle ropes.
Yeah.
He started swinging him.
He took the belt off. I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome. They just kept whipping him. And it was so funny.
Dominic Mysterio splashed some water in his sister's face.
Oh, yeah. He threw that water in her face. Yes, that was
And then
crazy.
she tried to join the barricade and Ray had to hold her back.
But that was pretty cool. I mean, I don't know about him doing that, but I guess that's his character, you know.
Yeah. And then we saw...
Wait, did his mom slap him, though, this time?
He did.
Oh, yes.
During the match.
Everybody was all happy about that.
That was like a big pop for the crowd. But Ray did win. I got my pick right.
I got mine wrong.
So I'm wondering what they're going to do next. We already saw Raw, but we're going to cover on Saturday. Oh, actually Sunday, actually.
And I hope this is probably the end of that era right there.
Yes, because we do see... We need Ray to fight a different person now. Not even from the Judgment Day on. Like, this is a different person.
You talk about Ray fighting somebody else?
Yeah.
I don't think Dominic should be fighting somebody else. I mean, yes, Ray shouldn't do it, but Dominic needs to step up and face somebody without his buddies.
Yes.
Because he can't win without them, and then he gets scared.
Yeah, but I think Ray should be fighting different people because his career coming to the end. It's like he was some dream matches with Ray.
Well, I don't know. He said he still has some years in it, and if it's going towards retirement, it's because WWE forced the Hall of Fame on him. You know, he said, "I'm not ready for that. I'm still fighting." So if anything, it's WWE that really pushed that. Probably because they didn't have any big names, and if you look at it, the Hall of Fame was only 5 people.
Yeah, I don't see this happening from 10 years from now.
Yeah,
I really think that it's going to come to an end. But Ray didn't say he was out fighting at 50, and he's like 48, 49, I believe.
All right. And next, I think, was when Miz came out with Snoop Dogg. And Miz was saying he didn't get Snoop Dogg was asking why he didn't get a match.
Yeah. And Miz was like, well, I mean, like, I don't forget what he said, though.
Oh, he said that he put it all on Twitter that anybody wanted to fight.
That was right.
And Snoop Dogg's like, I didn't see nothing on Twitter. I'd look at everything. I didn't see you on there.
And then, surprise, surprise, Pat McAfee comes out.
Yeah,
he came. Miz.
You see, but with that one, I thought it was cool when he came out in Royal Rumble. I don't know about WrestleMania. I'm like, I've seen this before, you know. I mean, we were there at the Royal Rumble, so it was pretty cool. But, WrestleMania, like, I've seen that already. You know.
Even like Royal Rumble is, he was thinking he had to go on a break for a commentary. That Royal Rumble, that was his return.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. But WrestleMania was no return or anything. It was just kind of like put him there.
Exactly. All right, who do we got next then? All right, so Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. So what did you think about that fight?
That was a pretty good fight. I mean, both Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair gave it their all in that match. I mean, we saw just back-to-back battle with them. Yeah,
I enjoyed it. I thought you're right. Like, yes, I mean, they were going back and forth, and Rhea Ripley really, came in strong. She had a different game plan, and she wasn't running away from Charlotte. And, of course, Charlotte did put up a good fight with that.
Yeah. But in the end, she didn't lose. I'm glad Rhea won. This is all great things for her in her career. Maybe like a push. But Charlotte losing, she was kind of happy for Rhea. She had a big smile on her face sitting outside the ring. But I don't know if you heard this, but since that match, Charlotte Flair to take a break from the company.
She's going to take a break?
Yes.
Oh,
I don't know it's how long. But actually, Ric Flair was happy with that ending, how Rhea won with that match. I mean, no, not Charlotte. Ric Flair, yeah. I said Ric, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I did see Charlotte smiling, and you could tell she was happy for Rhea Ripley. I just don't understand this break, because wasn't Charlotte on break already?
Yes, before this title reign.
So I guess she only came back for Royal Rumble, I guess, because she had the belt. So she had to fight in that's it, Royal Rumble, for WrestleMania.
Yeah, because she came back before Royal Rumble. And that's how she won the title right away.
So I guess she'll come back in 6 months to a year and win the belt automatically.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens. All right. But yeah, I thought that was very good. I was happy for Rhea Ripley. I was going for her. I was a fan. I'm a fan of hers. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen next for her.
Yeah.
Next, we have the Usos facing Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Now, that match was great. Like I said, both teams get it all again. They put it on the line. I mean, we saw a lot from Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. More like that we would. And they really were a team in that match. And they got the win, which is pretty good. So Usos don't have that title right anymore.
This was a back and forth match, and I really think that the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, again, they held their own. Kevin Owens, really kept pushing the fight, even though he was outside the ring half the time because they hit him outside. But Sami Zayn was in there. He was doing all his wrestling moves, and he was able to, and they were able, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, to take the win. And like you said, I am so happy the Usos do not have this title. I am happy. Like, it's time to move on.
Yeah, because now going to Backlash, they might, get their first title defense. Hopefully not against the Usos, but for someone else.
And then did somebody interrupt the match? Was it?
Yeah, it was Solo.
Solo. Okay, I figured something was going to happen there.
See, but now if they don't get it going, the Usos for the title reign and title defense again, or challenge for titles, we could see like probably Street Profits go for the titles, or race like Alpha Academy, some great tag teams that really need the titles.
Yeah,
probably not going to win though.
Like the Street Profits.
Yeah,
they need their title.
But I do hope this title reign goes for a long time though. Not a long time like the Usos, but at least a few more pay-per-views.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe 2-3 months and see what happens from there. Maybe they lose them at, what did you say, SummerSlam?
Backlash?
No, I think SummerSlam, a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But you know what? With the Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio fight, didn't they have some, was it, who came out? What's his name? Prince?
Oh, yeah. Finn Balor. No, Prince?
Damian Priest.
Yeah.
Damian Priest came out, right?
Yeah.
And then, but then the other, some other guys from...
it was Finn Balor, too.
Finn Balor came out?
Yeah.
Okay, but then there was the other team from, was it Escobar or something?
Yes, they came out also.
They came out, and then there was like a little brawl.
Yeah, so I'm glad they didn't cost the match. And Rey was still able to win.
But that goes back to my predictions where I thought that it was going to be a little brawl at the end.
Yeah, because I feel like they would have pushed out more like Chavo in there. They could have made this great, but I mean, Santos Escobar and versus the Adjustment Day were still pretty good over there, fighting outside the ring.
And I think that's probably, since we're saying that, that's probably going to be the next tag team match is going to be them.
Yeah.
So I think the focus is going to move from Rey Mysterio to that group.
That is true.
All right.
So that was night one.
So that was night one. All right. So now what do we got? Night two. Again, same stage. Awesome stage. And then who sang who was the
That was Jimmy Allen.
Jimmy Allen. And he actually did pretty good.
Yeah.
I was very surprised on that one too.
So we had two great performances by both artists. That was pretty great.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, man, I was getting into that thing. I'm like, all right.
So he did not disappoint also. I really like that. But I mean, the first match, it was Miz came out again with Snoop Dogg. Said something about the intro.
And then Kevin Hart had his promo as well.
Yeah,
his little film, whatever it was, beginning.
Video promo. And then it goes into Brock Lesnar versus Omos.
Oh, so that was the first match?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And who's the one who walked out to the stage first?
It was Omos.
Omos. All right.
Yeah, it was Omos.
And he did a slow walk over there.
Big giant walk.
And then, of course, Brock Lesnar came out.
His power was actually pretty great. His fireworks, too.
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
But, I mean, we had this awesome fight with them. Brock Lesnar doing suplexes with Omos. And he weighs 416 pounds. We're 16.
Yeah, but Omos started good in the beginning.
Yeah, so in the beginning it was all Omos, manhandling him, just kind of ragdolling him also.
Because I think Omos picked up Brock Lesnar and just threw him to the side.
Yes,
he like nobody has ever. They said nobody has ever handled Brock Lesnar like this.
So I mean, it was great how Brock Lesnar really impressed us, doing all that. He only F5'd him also. That's pretty great. But he did so many suplexes against him.
Yeah, we were surprised. Did he pick him up? He did an F5 on him?
Yeah.
That was pretty neat. I was like, wow, I'm surprised his legs didn't give out or buckle on him.
No, he said his back was turning also.
I bet.
Because Omos weighs 200 more than Brock Lesnar.
And what was also good about this is, I don't know if you saw at the end of the match when Omos is outside and Omos is like this.
I was this close.
How close getting you? I'm like, shut up. Like, you're fucking big and shit, and you're I'm this close. No. You lost. Too bad. You lost. That's another good win for Brock Lesnar, though. That's another good win.
Yeah, so we can only see what his next opponent is. But next match. What was it? NXT or something.
Day 2 WWE WrestleMania matches. The 4-way match.
The women's, right?
Yeah, and after that is Gunther, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus.
All right.
All right, so what do we have next?
We had the 4-way match with the women's. So it was, I can't remember the names.
Let's see, it was Liv Morgan.
And Sonya Deville?
No.
Sonya Deville was with Chelsea Green.
Yeah, Liv Morgan was with Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalia and Shotzi versus Ronda Rousey and
Shayna
Baszler and Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Did not like this match.
Yeah,
I did not like this. I liked it in the beginning. It started out good.
It wasn't that great as opposed to the men's. I really hope that they would make that match big and great, but they really didn't. Especially with Ronda Rousey coming last second to win.
Yeah, and Raquel Rodriguez comes out trying to be strong and all that, but I didn't see much. And I'm a big fan of hers, but I didn't really see much from her.
Yeah, I really feel like they should really push her more.
Yeah, and I think this match was very disappointing, especially like you said when Ronda Rousey won. She just came out for a minute.
She didn't even wrestle in that match.
I'm like, what is going on? I mean, it just didn't make no sense. I was very disappointed.
Yeah, big disappointment of the match.
Did not like this match at all. All right, so what was our next match?
Our next match was Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus versus Gunther.
Now, what I noticed in this match, when Sheamus is out there and Drew McIntyre's out there, then Gunther looks skinny compared to those other two guys.
Yeah,
Drew McIntyre, Sheamus.
Very tall and thin.
Especially his legs. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like how is this possible? And then Gunther in the beginning starts saying, well, you two fight. You don't like each other. And then what did Drew McIntyre do?
They both attacked him.
Yeah. And they just threw him out of the ring. And then they start going.
So we didn't see a bunch of brutal hits in this match. So with like that chop.
Yeah.
They chopped their chest back and forth.
Oh, yeah. They were doing over and over. Slap chest. That was a lot, like you said, during
those chops, man.
I was like, God damn, it hurts.
And we saw their chest getting all red. It's just crazy how much they did. I mean, they really could put their bodies on the line there.
And through this match, Gunther was not too much in there. I think half the time he was outside the ring, or he would come in, they would push him out of the way or whatever.
Well, it was mainly for Sheamus and Drew McIntyre to go at each other.
Yeah. But, of course, Gunther probably stayed out a little bit longer so he doesn't have to get in that match. So the
thing is, Gunther didn't win that match. But I really find they should have Sheamus win that title to have a WrestleMania moment, because he hasn't won that title ever in his career. So that would have been great for his career to win it for the first time and make him a Grand Slam champion.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but he has won in WrestleMania. He's won the WWE belt before in WrestleMania. He beat Daniel Bryan, remember, in 16 seconds.
Yes, WrestleMania 28, I believe.
Probably so. But yeah, he beat him real quick. I think my pick was Gunther, and I got him. I figured he was going to keep the belt.
You weren't Gunther, I was Sheamus.
So you lost one.
So night one, I got them all right though.
I think I got, except for one, I got them all right too. I so far with these matches, I lost the second one. I thought it was going to be Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, but she did not win. And the first match was
For what?
a Brock Lesnar, and I thought Brock Lesnar was going to win.
You got that right.
And we both
picked him.
Yeah. And you got wrong on the girls' four-way match too. Oh no, you picked.
Yeah, I picked Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey.
So you're right. So I think you're one ahead of me so far.
Yeah, the first one I got wrong was Sheamus.
Yes. All right. So then, who was next on the next one? Let me see here.
So you're a vibrator.
Yeah. Bianca Belair versus Asuka.
I have a lot to say about that one.
All right. So next one we had. Oh, sorry, turn it off. Next one we had was Bianca Belair versus Asuka. And what did you think about that one?
So
start from the beginning. Don't hit the main part. Just start from the beginning. What did you think of it?
So the match started off really great. You know, got a big battle between those two. Asuka really won that title. You know, Bianca Belair, we saw a lot from her actually. Really impressive. Really impressed as awesome.
Yeah, well, of course, my pick was Bianca Belair. I'm a big fan of hers, so I was happy how she performed. This was one of those, you thought she was going to win, and Bianca Belair came out winning, and I was happy with her performance. Oh, wait a minute. But what about her walkout? She had all those kids come out.
Yeah, she had all those dancers that was kids.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty great entrance. First, one of the kids' mothers did pass away that day.
Yes, and she still went on to go perform at WrestleMania.
And I read how Bianca had her moment with that kid that was dancing with her.
Yes.
Really made her happy. That was really a heartwarming moment for that kid and for us also to see that.
Yeah. So, of course, we got the story afterwards, but then it was real nice how WWE was allow her to do that and allow Bianca to do that. So I thought that was a good gesture. I thought it was great. And, I feel sorry for the girl, but yeah, that was a good entrance.
This is for her. And it was, it had to be hard to choose to just go to WrestleMania knowing that news.
Yep.
Or she probably didn't know yet. I don't know.
Yep, that's true.
See, but I was very disappointed in this match. See, because Asuka should have won because why make her do this big return, go back to her old character, Kana, make her win that Chamber pay-per-view, the Elimination Chamber?
Yeah, Elimination Chamber.
Why make her win? Why get her to push up to the company, to the top, just to make her lose the title?
Well, I kind of disagree with you on that. I think she had to reinvent herself again to go back to original character because she was just somebody in the locker room. She wasn't standing out. She wasn't shining like these other ones. And, I'm not a fan of Asuka because when she talks, she yells.
Yeah.
I like when the other people are like, why are you yelling?
I remember one time, 4 years ago, Natalia was covering her ears.
Yeah. And I just never been a fan of hers. And I wanted Bianca Belair to win. And I don't think Asuka should have been in the title shot. I don't think she was ready for it. I don't think just because she came out with that with her new do or her former do, and to come out and win the Elimination Chamber, and then she's at the peak. I'm like, no, I still think somebody else could have been in there.
See, but before she went on the main roster, she was like the longest person to not lose in company ever. And she did lose to Charlotte a few years back, but from this old comeback fighting character, never losing to this, kind of down the roster.
Yeah. And plus, I don't like her outfit. I think it's dumb. Who wears a thong on the outside? It's like an old man walking with his underwear outside. I don't like that. Anyway, to me, it looks ridiculous. But Bianca Belair did win. And she stayed the champ like I knew she was. And she actually held it for 1 year now because the last WrestleMania is when she won it. So this was a whole year she has the belt.
So did she guys go a little bit more with this style of reign? Great reign also. Because
that's last year is when Damage Control came out.
Yeah, SummerSlam.
It was SummerSlam? Damage Control came out?
Yeah, no, that's when they both Dakota Kai and Io Sky made a return back with Bayley.
Oh, okay. So it was that point. Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. All right, so the next match was actually Miz, which was weird because the Miz and Snoop Dogg in the middle of the ring, and they talk about matches again. I forget exactly how it went down, but then somebody comes out.
It was Shane O'Mac.
Shane O'Mac was back, and he runs down the ring.
Runs down the ring. They kind of had this match. Snoop Dogg saying, "Ring the bell, we have a ref out here, make it official."
And then, but Shane McMahon was just really, throwing Miz out of the way. I mean, he was really taking control of the whole fight.
And unfortunately, he did his leapfrog, got injured. He is going to go to surgery.
Yeah, he tore his quad. That's what I heard. But first, I thought it was just a gimmick. I thought it was just a show, like, oh, he got hurt.
Yeah, I thought this was staged as for Snoop Dogg to come in and fight him.
But, I mean, props go out to Snoop Dogg, who just, ad-libbed and just, maybe somebody was in the ear and saying, hit Miz, hit Miz.
Yeah, I actually have a video of the cameraman going like this, like.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Like to hit Miz, and Snoop Dogg didn't miss a beat. He hit him twice.
Yeah. Shout out to the cameraman, though, who were giving me Snoop Dogg that command.
Yeah.
So that really put a pop on the crowd.
And it was pretty nice. I mean, I feel bad for Shane, but, man, I thought it was just a stunt or something.
Yeah, it's only his surgery goes well. Also.
Yeah, that sucks that he just came in and hurts himself, man. All right, next we have Edge versus the Demon.
Ooh. All right, this is a good one. So, Finn Balor came out first, too, right?
Yeah, I think so. No. It was Edge. Edge came out first because he did that. I was like, oh, is that going to be the Demon?
Yeah.
Like, no, it was Edge.
Plus, it went black. No, same with the screens went black. I thought it was Finn Balor.
Yeah.
I mean, Edge had a really, really cool entrance. He comes out going back to his old faction with the Broods.
Yep.
And he comes out from underneath the ramp with the fire scroll around him. And he had like cool mask. It was from like a video game.
Yeah, I think so.
It's like he was like a video game character.
Yep,
it was pretty cool. And then of course he takes on the mask. The mask is still on. Had his wings. Remember that?
Oh yeah, wings on.
And they took them off, and that's when he came back to the Raw Superstar.
Yeah, and I like that entrance. Okay, that's when it went on. I'm like, okay, cool. I like that.
So we had that great entrance by Edge. Then Finn Balor, going back to the Demon, comes out. Pretty cool entrance, using his old theme song, which I thought was awesome and great. But we had that slow motion kind of a thing also with the smoke. Remember that?
Yeah.
It was very slow motion, very unneeded also.
I know. We're like, wait, okay, this is ridiculous. Okay, let's move on. And then Finn Balor came out with his makeup. You saw the demon face. You saw him all in the character. But Edge was just like waiting on the rope, like, let's go, come on. I'm waiting for you, come on. He wasn't even impressed by him.
See, I feel like the only reason they did that smoke was it was a long ramp. So I feel like they had put a little time frame in it.
Yeah, I know. That was a big ramp. I mean, a long ramp.
That's probably how they do it.
I was all... All right, then they start getting into it and start going back and forth.
So I think the first weapon they pulled out was a chair or something. Yeah, it was a chair. No, it was like a candlestick.
Yeah, I think so.
They both put out candlesticks, started fighting each other. Awesome match, by the way. Got brutal, pretty big match. Did not disappoint at all.
Then Edge brings out a ladder.
And they actually throws it against Finn Balor. Supposedly Finn Balor did a blocking all the way, split his head open on top.
Yeah, because one of the steps or one of those bars of the steps hit him right on top.
Because the hands are right here, I actually didn't get all of it.
And I'm like, and then we're looking at the match, and I see blood on the floor. I'm like, there's blood on the floor. It cut him. And then all of a sudden, the camera goes to the side. It's on Edge only.
Well, that's because, remember, the company is PG. They don't want to show blood. So they had to tell Edge, go around the ring, start searching for weapons underneath the ring. So they don't show that blood. So they kind of had to make it work with Finn Balor bleeding out on the mat.
Yeah, and I saw Edge looking down at him too, of course he's in character, But at the same time, he was like, okay,
Yeah,
what's
at
going
the same
on?
time, you got to check up on your opponent.
Because he didn't know what was going on at first.
No.
Because the ref had to hold him back. But then again, the cameras were on the side. They didn't want to show it. And then, but you could see the medical help coming in.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a match. I'm like, okay, they're going to call the match. Because usually when they have medical people in there, the match is done.
See, but the thing is, Finn Balor probably told him I need to finish this match. Because they could have called it.
Oh, yeah, they should have. I mean, they could have, yeah.
Because if they do get, like, the wrestlers got a choice to go on or just finish.
And then the match came on. They kept wrestling. And then, but of course, at the end, who won?
It was Edge.
It was Edge. Edge won. And then we saw the picture
Yes,
of the cut, of the gash.
Very deep and spread open cut.
Yeah, I don't know, about 5-6 inches.
I mean, to me, it looked like someone got a knife and just sliced his head open.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I'm surprised he kept going, but whoever was a cut man on this one did a good job, because during the match I didn't really see any more blood or additional blood out there. So they really did a good job.
So yeah, I mean, you know that cut had hurt them because of all the sweat. Because sweat was with salt also, right?
Yeah.
So probably burned.
Yeah.
So probably a lot of stitches. Probably were staples.
And then our next match. Oh, is the last match is a Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Wow. So that match to end all matches right there. Cody Rhodes comes out first, of course.
Yeah.
Comes out to his theme song.
Now that, whoa, it was loud. I mean, that was the loudest one yet. Because that thing goes louder and louder each week on Raw and SmackDown. I mean, I don't know how they do it.
And then...
but Cody Rhodes did go to ringside, go to his wife Brandy and his son.
Yes,
Cody,
you're right. And he was holding the baby or the infant
which is
there.
a very sweet moment.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And then Roman Reigns comes out.
Yeah, Roman Reigns had this, pianist. It was made a piano. They were playing this song.
That's right, yes.
That was pretty great. But they're not disappointed. Roman Reigns comes out. Big power also. Both Cody and Roman had a big power. So that was pretty great.
Yeah, they did good. They had a good entrance. They came out. Roman Reigns did take a long time walking out, but by the time he walked down, he's worse than the Undertaker coming down the ring. But then, of course, they sew the belts, and then the bell rings, and they start getting into it.
A great match too. We saw a lot in this match. We saw a lot back and forth. Cody put up a good fight.
And this is one of those matches where I thought, oh, he's going to win. Oh, he's going to win. Oh, no, he won. And that's what I thought was happening. But
yeah, but we had, was it the Usos come out and Sammy and Kevin come out. They started fighting. I'm glad that they were able to go back back behind the stage. In that custom match, the match was still lost.
Solo Sikoa comes out.
Yes, and they did that at someone's mic while Cody was in the corner. Cody falls on that. Then Roman Reigns goes to the pin. No, he didn't go to the pin. He was running between the ropes. That's how he beat the Taker at WrestleMania also, by going back and forth between the ropes and doing a big spear.
Yes, that's right. I was predicting that Cody Rhodes was going to win because I didn't want Roman Reigns to win anymore.
Yeah.
I'm tired of him being the champ already. But of course, just like Roman Reigns cannot win a match by himself, he needs somebody, the Usos or Solo Sikoa, to win the match. And I was very disappointed in the end.
With this match was lightning in a bottle, and it just blew it. I mean, that would have been so great. I mean, this build-up between this match was perfect. The feeling was perfect. Everything was perfect. This thing would, finish the story for Dusty. I mean, why did they make Cody lose? I mean, without lightning in a bottle, they blew it. This could have been the biggest win ever.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, they do that. Just like in movies, you think somebody's going to live and they die, or they're going to get the girl and they don't. And this was one of those things, Cody didn't get what I thought he was going to get. And the people were behind him and wanting him to win. And it didn't happen.
I mean, Cody losing, it was a big disappointment. But Vince actually didn't have nothing to do with this match also. So it was all Triple H.
Yeah, I don't know why they're putting so much, why they're putting so much hype behind Roman Reigns. I get it to a point, but I'm like, okay, let's move on. Let's move on already.
The thing is, though, they had title reigns longer than this 1,000-day reign.
Yeah.
Like, again, Bruno Sammartino has about 2,000. So we don't really see the end of this title reign until a few years from now. We can see 3,000 to 5,000 days as a champion that finally loses it.
Yeah, but at the same time, Roman Reigns got this during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And that's why he's keeping it so long. So I'm like, we need to move on already. Pandemic's over. Let's go. Move on. So that was WrestleMania.
Night 1 and 2.
Yeah, it was a really good show. The night one I liked better than the second night.
Yeah, night 1 was awesome. Great show. Great first night also.
Yeah, I do prefer the first one, even though Bianca Belair did win in the second one. But I was happy how everything came out in the first one.
So for picks, I won.
Yeah, you won majority of them. Yeah.
There's night 1 I got all.
I think I lost like 3 of them or 4. But better than the USC picks that I pick.
Yeah. So I did say that I would have more picks the last podcast also.
Yep.
Because I'm really good at picking.
All right.
I guess because I watch wrestling all the time, so I get good.
All right. Well, stay tuned to the next one where we'll be talking about what happened since WrestleMania. And I know we didn't talk about AEW this time, but we'll be talking them on the next time.
Don't forget, you can now follow Twitter.
And the links will be in the description down below. Thank you for watching.
Peace.